Let's get into the second one. Ooh, this one here's a banger. This one is a banger and a half. And of course, why wouldn't it be? Because it is from the legend, Tony Robbins, a man who has laid some serious groundwork in these lanes we find ourselves in. And this morning, he is going to tell us about the 3 decisions we make every single day.
3 decisions you're making every moment of your life. You're making it right now. Everyone's listening is making these 3 decisions. You might be making them unconsciously, so then your life is driven by the environment. First decision is, what are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on what you have or what's missing? Are you going to focus on what you control or what you can't control? And if you're focused on what's missing, that can make you grow. But if that's what you focus on continuously and you add one more pattern, it'll create frustration, anger, sadness, or even depression. And the second pattern is, which one of these do you more? Do you focus more on what you control or can't control? If you go in a pattern of focusing on what you can't control and what's missing, the stress inside of you is always going to be there. Because think about it, there's plenty of things that aren't missing, and there's plenty of things you can't control. But when you're focused on what I can do and what's missing from my life, there's an emptiness. Now, here's the third one. Do you tend to focus more, and we do all 3, but more on the past, the present, or the future? If you're focused on what I can control, what I already have that's beautiful in my life, and what's happening right now that's beautiful, or what I'm going to create, you're not going to have that level of stress. You'll still have problems, but you're not going to have the anger or the sadness or the overwhelm.
Oh man. Did Tony just did Tony just confirm everything we've been saying over the last 2 weeks since we've been live back? Well, shit, the last
That's exactly what
581
I was
episodes.
thinking. I was kind of thinking the same. I really wrote that down. Like,
It
this
all
is what we
comes
talk
down
about
to
all
your
the time.
mind, huh? It all comes down to your mindset. Are you focusing on what you can control or what you can't control? Are you focusing on what you have or what you don't have? Are you focusing on the past, the future, or the present moment? One moment at a time, pushing your toes into the ground. And if you are anxious, chances are you're living in the future and you're worried about what you don't have. And if you're fearful, chances are you're probably living in the past and you're worried about the things you can't control. Blow my brain out of my ears, Swirl One. Are you freaking kidding me? It all comes down. And if all I do is get up every day, okay, what can I control? Ooh, this brain that's going 100 million miles an hour in my head. Okay, I can control that. There's first thing right there. What do I got? Ooh, a roof over my head. I got a nice bed. Ooh, I got food in the fridge. Ooh, I got coffee in my cup. Ooh, I got a nice big old water over here that I got for $1.25. Ooh, I got a nice computer. Ooh, okay, what do I got? Okay, ooh, wait. I just realized all the things that I have and the things I can't control. I'm in the present moment. Oh my gosh, I'm living a fulfilled life. My life is great. I feel like a super soldier. Holy shit, Swirl One.
Bro, I'm telling you, that right there was powerful. And it is exactly what we're talking about all the damn time. And you said it. We say it all the time. Hey, control the controllables. Why are we worried about the price of tea in China when what we're trying to worry about is this 2-foot circle that we deal with every single day and everything we influence and touch with our own eyes, hands, and words? That's what's really important. That's what you're trying to control. If you could control those things and how you react to everything around you, then you're fine. It's not literally what happens to you. It's how you react to them. It's how you handle those adversary things, those challenges, right? The other part of it too is the things that you do or don't have. Don't be jealous of other things that people don't, that they're showing off or that they might be achieving. That doesn't do anything for you. We talked about yesterday. Their success has nothing to do with your success. As a matter of fact, if they're a part of your circle, their success, just like Elon Musk handing all of those patents out to everybody else's success will bring success to you by not gatekeeping, by not being that person that won't be open to new ideas, new relationships, new things that are happening every day, right? And the biggest thing about it is we have to focus on certain things. And when you talk about being, literally thoughtful about the future and what's going to happen, people always try to put the cart before the horse, and they don't ever look at it and say, you know what? How am I going to be a billionaire if I can't even be a thousandaire? That's where, let's just start there. And they won't take care of today to figure out how we're going to get there. They can't even save $500, much less try to get to 1,000 because, hey, I want to be a billionaire. Okay, well, look, this is what I got to say. If you want to be a big bodybuilder, start with 1 push-up today, right? If you want to be a billionaire, save $1 today, right? That's got to happen. And if I'm doing that today, tomorrow, my efforts, again, like I keep talking about, will compound. And if you've got the right things on your mind, those 4 or 5 things we talk about all the time, I guarantee you those things are going to get better if you're investing in them on a daily basis. If your focus is on those, the future will take care of itself. It will get here when it gets here. And every day you're building on that and making sure that happens. Don't worry about what you don't have. The things that you want will come towards you. And last night, Capp called me when I was in a gratitude moment. Truly, it was kind of an interesting thing. I just shared this entire message with somebody. I was driving around when I was sitting in my house feeling slightly lethargic. Again, I put a lot on the table yesterday. I was very busy. And so I decided to go and get in my car and go drive around, just to appreciate the things that I've done and the things that I have. And I'm just like, you know what? Don't watch videos that say, hey, you could get this, $1 million car, $1 million house. Hey, right now, what you have is great. And sometimes it's okay to go get in the things you've provided yourself and enjoy them for a minute, whether that's be your motorcycle, your car, or go in your backyard where you built your porch, or go look at the wares that you've made the last few days. Like that stuff that's what brings you more joy. And there was one thing I heard yesterday, and man, just now sparked it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Here we are. But I've been reading this book and it's really good. So always remember this about something. If you want to bring the greatness out of you, go back and remember all the times you felt great about the things you did. Remember what it took to get to those times. Maybe they're pivotal moments. Maybe they're times where you smashed a presentation, or you won an important game, or maybe it was a time where you got that job, or where everything was clicking at the right time. And just go back in your mind and picture those times. What did it feel like? What did it smell like? How did you get there? What were the things that happened right before that? And remember, you still have that greatness today, and try to recreate that with whatever you're doing right now. Remember the greatness you already had in your life. And remember that if you did it then, you can recreate it. Just remember what state you were in. How did you feel? What did it taste like? What air was like? Was it tough? Was it easy? And put yourself back through it. And I guarantee you'll end up in that situation again, but it'll be a whole new event. I'm telling you, massive wins with that.
Woo! Wake up. Come on. One time for the one time. Oh, baby. Hey, have you ever thought about what it takes to be a millionaire? $1 a minute. $1,440 every single day. That's all it takes to be a millionaire. $1,440. Can you make $1 a minute? You ever thought about that? If you can make $1 a minute, you can be that millionaire. Who's to say? Who's to know? A little perspective there. And put the cart before the horse. I got a quote for you. Forget the mules, load the wagons. Everybody's all worried about how the fuck we're gonna get there, and then they forget they ain't got the right supplies once we do. Who's to say? Who's to know? Hell of a perspective there. And I gotta pop this up as well. Ted Logan, one time, I've never realized how many things I was subconsciously doing correctly without knowing till I watched this show. Shout out, Ted. And my perspective on that is we ain't nothing special. we ain't smart. Hey, man, I say it all the time. I'm a humble dipshit. Barely wipe the word off my forehead. Got it off today, baby. Let's go. Hey.
You know what it is, bro? We're not afraid to come up here and just be ourselves and make an ass of ourselves. That's the thing. We'll put ourselves out to the world. I'm not afraid. Hey, I've defeated all my demons. What are you going to do to me, right? I'm going to come up here and tell you how I survived this thing called life. Hopefully you get something from it. But at the end of the day, you can judge me all you want. I know who I am. I know I'm going to leave this space and I'm going to go and kick some ass today. So it doesn't really matter. You can't take anything from those 4 or 5 things away from me. So smile. Hi. Hope you're learning something.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude. Trying to be something that we're not, right? We're not trying to, we read this in this book and all this and all. Oh, look how great. Speaking layman's terms. Hey, this is how we thrive in this thing called life. We don't survive. We thrive in this thing called life. And this is how we do it. And if we can say one thing that makes you move a muscle, change a thought in a positive direction, or trip a trigger, realize, oh shit, I already do that. I just got to refine it a little better and I can get to that. Holy shit, this is amazing. If we can do that, then we're doing our job. We're not trying to be amazing and going after all this fame. Oh, fortune. See, fame is when people know you. Notoriety is when people know your work. And notoriety leaves a legacy. That's what we're going after. Notoriety. Who's to say, who's to know?
Let's go.
If you ain't fired up for this Thursday,
come on, Fortune Fuel fan. Come on.
Woo! Boys and girls, we got 2 more clips to react to, and it is hot up in here this morning.